I mean, it's obviously hindsight probably would have changed their schedule. Maybe not that second game against Denver. Probably would have put it between one of the weeks, probably after Marquette, I guess. At the time when you do it, you want to get some games in before you go to the Paradise Jam. So, but it's definitely something you learn. You're always learning. That's life, and so it made for a long week. But hopefully you get better. I think I said it last week, the week before. You learn from things, and you use. It's good for us. We had some tough games, some road games. We had some adversity. You got to deal with it. That's part of the season, and that's how you get better.
What do you think is the biggest thing you guys have learned? Because Dean said he feels like the team has learned they're not invincible.
Well, I think that part of it. You guys asked a lot about expectations, and I think that I thought they did a good job of preparing and working hard, and not where they had the big head and they were casual or something. I don't think that was a problem. But I just. A couple things. One, the opponents. They were going to get. They didn't realize how the other teams get up for the games, and then two, maybe I don't know if they totally, but maybe they thought it was going to be a little easier than it was. And it's a new season. We are a new team, and it's again, I talked to our coaches and our strength coach. We tried to put them through some adversity early with some different situations, and obviously we got some adversity, and now we got to deal with it and make strides and take steps forward. Hopefully it'll help us in the long run.
Rough games offensively for you guys. What's been kind of the main problem?
Well, I think each one's a little different. The Marquette game, obviously we had foul troubles. You didn't have your best guys out there the whole time. Shooting's been. It hasn't been, except for maybe Missouri. We've struggled from the perimeter. Last week it was a zone. It's similar to Marquette that they packed it in, and they just, they said we're going to take away your transition, and they didn't send anyone to the glass. If you go watch the tape, they had 4 guys running back every time, and they tried to limit that, and they tried to make us, stay out of the paint. I didn't think we played strong. We didn't turn it over against Marquette like we did against Tulsa, but we maybe against Marquette we took some quick, tough shots. Where Tulsa we were maybe a little patient, then we ended up turning it over, and you got 16 turnovers against the zone and not pressure defense. So, each one's a little different. We just got to get in a little bit of a sync and let the game come to us, move the basketball, and let them make mistakes. I've said it since the beginning. We all keep trying to make plays, and at the end of the shot clock, it's go make a play, But early in the possessions and stuff, you don't always have to make a play. Let the defense break down first.
I don't say this to suggest a couple early non-conference losses should change everything, but do you have any conversation about changing the starting lineup or rotations?
Yeah, we have. I mean, last week, Cardi played 35 minutes. I think if anything, we had a little success in the first half, went small ball, and we thought, that got us back in the game. The second half we went back to it, and we didn't play well. So, I thought I told the coaches we probably should have played, went back to bigs and made some plays. But everyone's got to play better. I mean, I got to coach better. Coaches got to do a good job. Players got to play better. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not real complicated, and basketball is a simple game. They've been saying it for many years, and we try to complicate it. Pass, catch, take care of the ball, guard on the other end. It's pretty simple.
You mentioned the struggles against the zone, and I mean, at this point, you got to think that everybody's probably going to throw a zone at you. So, what are the reasons for the struggles? I can't imagine it's lack of being prepared or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia State will play zone almost the whole game. They did anyway. I'm sure some other people will watch and try it. Tulsa zone is so different. It's and they do a great job. And that, we knew that ahead of time. I knew it would be good. It was even better. Even some actions that we thought we maybe could get or take advantage of, they just did a good job. They were hooked up. They were very physical. They fought us. They protected the paint. I think some, again, each possession's a little different. We just watched every possession as a staff today, and everyone's a little different. One time it was a turnover, one time a quick shot, one time, we didn't look inside. Again, it's simple. You got to move the defense side to side. You got to get the ball inside. Once it gets inside, outside, you got to make shots. And that's pretty simple. Simple way of looking at it. Now, is it that easy? No. But we gotta, the guys got to believe in that, getting it side to side, moving the defense. What I said before. Making them break down and make mistakes, not us make the mistakes.
How unique was that end-of-game sequence to be in a spot where they had 6 fouls to give?
It was.
And you guys
I mean,
fouled to get them at the line?
yeah. I mean, we had that last year against Texas, but we had the lead. If you remember, we had to take it in bounds 4 straight times. So, and again, every game's different. The week before, 50 some fouls, and this time no one got in a bonus. So. You got to adjust to it. Again, I didn't think we played as strong as we need to go into the hoop getting there. But, yeah, it's a tough thing because they're going to foul. We still got it up on the rim. We still had a tip in. It hung on the rim. We gave ourselves a little bit of a chance. We just didn't make the play.
For Dean and Barry and Cam, a couple rough games for them the last 2 games. How fun is it to win when your main 3 guys?
You're a good coach when your good players play well. I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, it's whether you're in the NBA, college, high school, it doesn't matter what if your best guys, make the plays and that. And, so it's that's pretty easy. It makes it a lot tougher to coach because where do you look to? Where do you go? What do you do? In each one, I think it's a little different. Dean a little hesitant, maybe the other guys, Barry trying to figure out a niche against his own, Cam trying to do too much. So just got to get him back, and obviously it's good to get home. And again, scheduling going back, after Marquette, it would have been nice to have a home game in between. Initially, we wanted a home game against a high-level team on December 1st. That was our goal. We called lots and lots of people in the country. Couldn't get one. We made the decision to go on the road back-to-back. And, obviously record-wise it didn't work out, but experience-wise, hopefully it helps us in the long run.
I know rankings are not at the top of your priority list right now, but do you feel like you guys should be ranked at this point?
I guess I didn't even realize, but Wyatt told me this morning we're still 25th and something, so it's fine. I think people respect us. They know we're going to be good. We're still, 3rd in the country in defense. We've done that. That's got to be a constant. We just got to get a little bit in sync, and we got to worry about getting better and playing better. I mean, that's, you usually have this little bit of, you got the exam week, and then you got that week after Christmas, full weeks. But this time we had, almost a month of only with, 3 games. So it's a little different. And, I kind of said before to you guys, I'm not sure they were excited about practice, but now practice has got to mean something to get better.
Is it tough to balance it all? Hey, these 2 losses are what I was talking about could happen, while also not trying to get them to freak out about 2.
Oh, yeah, you can't panic. And, we can panic as a staff, but we got to help them. But they also got to have a sense of urgency in practice. That's all I care about. Come with enthusiasm, energy in practice, and get ready to get better.
I was going to ask, what point, Bruce, do you think it all becomes a concern? I mean, there's only been 1 game this season, that was against Missouri. If you guys have hit more than 50%, more than 30% of your 3-pointers.
We took a lot of time this week and went back to basics. When you're a baseball player, what do? You go back to the batting cage, you put the ball on a tee, you work on your stroke, you watch film, all that stuff. We did some of that this week, and hopefully coming back home, putting a little more time, the ball will go in. I think it's kind of funny. I just told Barry, one of the things you might want to do is get an easy one before you take a tough one. Mike McGurl gets a tip in, and he's struggled as much as anybody from 3. And what happened on his next one? He made the 3. So, let things happen. Let the game come to you. Not force the game.
Speaking of Mike, are you expecting him to be good?
I was shocked. I mean, it was bad. I mean, that thing was swollen and black and blue, and could barely walk on Sunday, even into Monday. But yesterday he was out doing some things. We'll see how he progresses today.
So you'd say at this point
He wants to play. He's a tough dude. He told me he'd be back. I just kind of laughed at him. But I thought maybe next Wednesday, and that's what Luke and I talked on the phone earlier in the week when I was on the road recruiting, and maybe he wants to be part of it. He doesn't want to lose that opportunity. We'll see how he does in practice the next 2 days.
So really, it's more about just like team doctors clearing him, right?
Yeah, just more. Can he go practice and do things? I mean, but it was swelling. It was not a just you always hear a little slight ankle sprain. It was not a slight ankle sprain. It was a full out swelling black and blue ankle sprain, and he's to his credit, and Luke, they do a great job. He put a lot of time in, and got it where he's moving along.
I'm curious about James Love. I know he hasn't gotten on the court much in the last couple of seasons. What's kind of his status right now?
I mean, he missed, because of the injuries, he missed so much time, and finally last year after Christmas, is first time he really got to practice and have some, and he's made some strides. That's one thing we talk about as staff, and keeping him improving and doing things so that, we get against some big guys. Maybe we have, he's the guy that can come in and give us a couple minutes here and there. It's frustrating him, Nigel, both are a little different. Nigel's so physical and athletic and run and jump. His is more concepts learning. He missed 6 months. James probably missed, a year and a half or more of actual practice in basketball. And his is more the explosive footwork, being able to move and do some stuff that, old school, big guys, you didn't think you're going to get anything out of them till after sophomore, junior year. It was just part of it. Now in this day and age, if kids aren't great right away, it's like, what's wrong with them? They're big guys. They have to develop. They had to get bigger, stronger, work on their footwork, work on their hand-eye coordination. And hopefully he'll be patient. Both of them will, and it will come over time.
You referenced Barry maybe needing a couple easy ones. To my understanding, I see Barry and X taking a lot of long twos. Is that accurate? Is that something you guys
and some of it is what I just said. Both the last two games, they packed it in, and they didn't let us get stuff. They protected transition. So Barry even missed the easy one he had at the start of the game, a dead layup, So, sometimes, like I say, you need that ball to roll in, bounce a little, some things go your way. And then, we've gone back, like I said, we've gone back to basics here. And I'd like X to get some layups. That would be nice. He's actually our best three. Him and Dean, I think, are the two best threes, and that's fine. But, add to your game, get some easy ones.
He obviously, Austin seems extremely outgoing and gregarious. He seems pretty optimistic overall, but do you at all have to kind of keep his head up? I mean, after the first two games?
I think he realizes how hard it is, and it's not easy. And just like a lot of guys, this is nothing. And then confidence is a fragile thing. And, but he's still, even in Tulsa game, he gets 3 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. That's a good thing. But he's, finishing the layups, making the free throws, knowing the concepts on defense. But he can help us because of his energy, because of his personality. And there's several guys, including him, that are going through a little confidence struggle right now.
I just brought that up just because his first 3 games where he got 10+ rebounds.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was like, oh, this is a lot easier I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Now you're like, well, hey, let's
Yeah.
kind of cool the jets.
Yeah, and again, even Marquette, he got rebounds, he got free throws. He just didn't finish them and make the free throws. So, and then now it's like, and then he's got to know the defensive concepts. Otherwise, is it worth putting him in there?
I'm curious about this stuff, this iguana thing that's been going around. Do you know about this? Like, some of the players have some iguana. Do you know anything about this?
Oh, that was in Virgin Islands?
I saw something as recently, maybe the Tulsa game. I don't know where this has been happening, but some of the players have this iguana that they've been passing around.
Yeah, that's not a basketball.
It started in the Virgin Islands.
They were chasing him. They didn't catch him, but.
I know you have plenty to deal with your own program right now, but any thoughts on Chris Kleiman? Have you talked to anybody about him or his hire? Or
No, I mean, I've watched their program, and knowing Gene came from there, and unbelievable success, and not just 1 year, continuous, and even when he took it over that first year, the transition of losing players, losing coaches to do what he did is impressive. One of my older brother coached at Waupaca, Wisconsin, and one of his good players was their quarterback for 2 national championships. So, I kind of watched through the years and knew him, and he was here when, he was one of the guys when they won the championship. So, I think fit is important, and, I think that he's had to recruit and not I think you saw the video, there's snow up there already and cold. So it's not the, luxurious place, and he knows, he's got to go search and do things. And I think a lot of the philosophy and what Coach Snyder believed in, discipline, toughness, running, good basic football, they've been able to do that there. So, just hope for the best for them. And, it'll be interesting. It's going to be a hard struggle, play Friday if they win. Hopefully, it's a good thing, a bad thing. He's, to do everything and still get his team ready for hopefully for the national championship.
When Dean was in here, he mentioned, if you just take the name off the front of their jersey, Georgia State looks like a big conference team, like a Power 5 team. Is that a fair characterization?
Well, they don't have the size, but they got players. They have athletes. They got players, and they're good. I mean, they have already beaten. Georgia by a lot. At Alabama, they won at Tulane. They're a good team. And there's a guard that a lot of NBA people are watching. So, and they got a couple other guys in play. So it's not going to be easy. But hopefully we come with a little bit of sense of urgency, get off to a good start, and get after them.
Is it frustrating right now to have to wait so long between games, to be able to make basically a 1 game a week time frame at this point?
Yeah, especially when, we've been playing pretty bad past couple weeks, so it's a long stretch. Those weeks feel like they take forever. And, it's good for us, we get a couple days of rest and some real good long days of practice, get us really physically prepared for the games before all the games start hitting two games a week. So, it's good for us, but it feels like it's taking forever.
What do you feel like, if anything, the team's taken positively from these last 2 games?
That we can be beaten. I think a lot of people, we were 12th in the nation, we were ranked and everything, So, that we're not invincible. We got to come out and bring it every game. Everyone's going to bring their best A game against us, so we got to come out and bring it every game.
How do you take? Because Bruce has mentioned this multiple times. Like, well, it could have been easy for us to stay at home and basically have gimme kind of victories against some teams way down in the RPI or the ranking like that. How do you balance that between, well, hey, we can maybe be 8-0 versus, well, at least we got tested, even though we didn't come out on top, maybe it'll help us in the long run?
I feel as if, the away games with tougher opponents, really battle-tested team, gets everyone going for the season. You stay at home, you play lesser teams, you don't learn and really have tough games. And so I feel like it's a good thing to go out and play tougher teams, and it helps our RPI or whatever it is. And but just it helps everyone learn about a team, and sends you through some different tough times, and see how we bounce back from it.
How tough has it been to just sit here and chew on back-to-back losses for 2 weeks now?
It's part of it, but it sucks. I wish we were playing 2 games a week right now, so we could maybe kind of get the taste out of our mouth sooner. But it's good for us. We'll be back with a fire and a chip on our shoulder.
A couple of rough shooting games the last 2 games. What's kind of been the main problem offensively for you guys?
I think we kind of got stagnant. We're really moving the ball. Tulsa, we moved the ball well, but we passed up a few open shots, and we just got to have confidence in our own shot and knock them down.
Is it like the zone look in terms of Tulsa? Like, did that bother you guys at all?
Our main focus is just moving the ball. We moved the ball real well against them, but we missed a lot of 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 3-on-2 breaks and stuff like that. So You know, the matchup zone, it's different. You know, you don't know how they switch and they just kind of do their own thing. You know, it's a tough defense to play against, but you know, I think we played all right against it. We just need to be more definite and a little more movement.
Is it a matter of just making shots or getting better shots, or I guess how do you differentiate between those two right now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're taking some okay shots, but you know, our shot selection has been a little not great the past couple weeks. You know, that can, you know, I think it's just we're not really moving. Somebody gets the ball, we kind of just everyone just watches them play, and you know, we need to get a little more movement on and some cutting, and you know, we take quick shots every once in a while. You know, I think so. We need to really just control the tempo of the game, take open shots confidently, but you know, just wait. Not the first shot might not be the best shot, so you know, we got to just keep moving the ball.
You referenced just a second ago coming back with a fire and a chip on your shoulder. Is it at all possible that you guys lost a measure of that with all the praise and the hype that people like us kind of gave you guys before this?
Yeah, you could probably say that. You know, we kind of came out and we're like, oh, we're invincible. You know, we're ranked this year, whatever. You know, we kind of lost that little. You know, last year we were picked what, like 8th in the Big 12 or something. So that was a huge chip on our shoulder for us. You know, we carried that with us through the whole season, and you know, I think we kind of lost a little bit of that. And so we need to really just regain that. Play like we did last year. You know, defensive first. So.
Do you feel like you have to be ranked right now? Do you feel like you should be in that top 25 at this point?
Probably not. Not with the last 2 weeks we've been playing.
What do you feel like you have to do personally to kind of get back into a rhythm offensively? I mean, obviously the fouling out Marquette, I mean, that is what it is, but just, you know, what do you feel like for you personally is the key to getting back?
Just be aggressive again. You know, last game I was aggressive, but I was really looking to just pass it, and I should just, you know, taking more shots. But you know, I'll get back on track. Just got to be aggressive again and have my same confidence I had.
When Bruce, I mean, he basically repeated that after both the last two games, and I think it's been kind of a constant theme throughout the year. Are you someone who responds to that? I mean, do you mind Bruce maybe calling you out publicly, or is it something that's like, well, I wish you would maybe keep that kind of in?
I don't really mind. I mean, I kind of blame myself for the whole thing, so I mean, it's nothing. I should be blamed for it, so I got to be a man about it and respond positively to it. And you know I played really bad the past couple weeks, and you know, I'm a big part of this team. I need to be aggressive, and you know, just to help everyone else out. And you know, so I just got to man up and take the criticism as it is, even if I don't like it. But you just got to get back to playing basketball.
Xavier isn't really known for his kind of score-first mentality, more than an athlete. But he's led you guys in scoring the last two games, 13 and 12. What's he been doing right these last two games for you guys?
You know, he's got out in transition. He's been running. He's getting great plays on defense, getting him out in transition. And then, you know, he's swinging and shooting confidently. And, you know, that's the biggest thing with him, just keeping his confidence up. And when he's knocking down shots, man, he's a great player. And so hopefully we can keep him into that same groove and routine he's in right now. And so hopefully it'll swing to conference play.
Is that nice to have somebody when you guys are shooting it kind of poorly right now, to have somebody that can kind of get you guys going? You guys are kind of having stagnant, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, we have enough weapons as it is. Somebody's going to be hitting, and you know, I don't see X missing too many games or not being, you know, aggressive like he is right now. You know, so hopefully we can keep him going. That I'm positive we will. He's a great player. He's going to knock down shots, but you know, it really opens it up for everyone else when he's knocking down shots. You know, they got to respect him, and really spreads the whole defense out. You know, Barry, Cam, Cardi, all those guys, you know, slashing in there. They help off X. I mean, it's a 3, so you know, he brings so much more to the team than I think anyone realizes.
We certainly view, and I guess, you know, and Bruce would probably say the same thing, like you and Barry is kind of a dynamic duo. But after Saturday's game, Cam said, "Oh, maybe they struggle, but it's not that tough. We have other scores." You feel like that's, you like a teammate taking up for you guys, but you have to know you and Barry are kind of the two key cogs that really keep the team going.
Yeah, I mean, we're two big pieces of the puzzle, but you know, without all the other pieces of the puzzle, it means there's no picture to the puzzle. And so, you know, we do a lot of things, me and Barry, but I mean, without everyone else, I mean, we can't do what we do. You know, so I mean, we got great players. Cam, you know, shooter. X can shoot, slash, drive, all that stuff. Mac is a great player. You know, last year what he did in the Big 12 tournament was great. Really showed what he can do. But I mean, me and Barry just, I think they say that just because Barry's more of a leader than for the team than anybody, and you know, I think I take leadership of the bigs kind of. You know, I've been here longer than anyone else, and I think that kind of what makes it seem like we're bigger pieces of the puzzle. But, you know, without everyone else, I mean, we can't do what we did. So.
Do you feel pressure with you and Cam and Barry to be that kind of leader, you know, offensively, defensively? Do you feel pressure to produce just being seniors and being around for so long?
You know, I put pressure on myself, I think. You know, we're the oldest people. You know, we've been battle tested. We've been through everything, you know. And I think I put pressure on my own self just to produce, just to benefit the team because, you know, when you're young, we've got a lot of young players. You know, it's kind of tough to really grasp what's going on. You know, so biggest thing for me is just consistency. I'm just trying to keep it consistent. Past couple weeks have been terrible for me, but you know, I'm just trying to help the team as much as I can, being consistent. And you know, I know Barry's doing the same thing. He's always talking about trying to be the most consistent player, and so you know, with him and Cam, all those guys being consistent, I think we'll be a great team. We just gotta, you know, get back to it.
Really nice to have these kind of struggles early on in the season rather than Big 12 play.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Get it out of the way early, so then the rest of the season can be smooth. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Bruce said it outside of Brad Miller that you're probably the best passing big man he's ever been around as a coach. Is that something you view? Is it just always come natural, or is that something that you've just maybe put in a lot of work in the film room? You're like, oh, I see how this guy's seeing this guy cutting or things like that.
I think a lot of it has to do with when I was younger, just passing the ball. You know, growing up through youth basketball, that kind of stuff, high school. You know, I always wanted to get my teammates involved. And you know, now it's more of just like the scouting report stuff. You know, seeing where they're helping from, the corners. You know, if teams help off the corners, you drive the seam. They help off the corner. I mean, it's pretty easy. But you know, I'm always just looking for my teammate. And you know, they do a great job of moving, getting open, so it makes my job way easier. Especially when you got guards that can shoot as well as what we do. You know, I know the percentages aren't saying it right now, but they're great shooters. So you know, even when I make a simple pass, they make tough shots. I mean, it makes it seem like I'm a great passer. And it seems like I know what I'm doing. So.
Is it hard to balance that sometimes between making a good pass and taking your own shot? You mentioned that's kind of what was the problem against Tulsa. How do you kind of find that balance between finding open guys and creating for yourself?
You know, the coaches always say, you know, shoot first, and you know, I wasn't really thinking that in my mind. Against Tulsa, you know, I don't know why I wasn't, but I just wasn't, you know. So even my own teammates just, you know, if you can shoot it, shoot it. But you know, we always got your back, and so just one of those things. I just gotta be confident in myself, be aggressive, super aggressive. You know, just regular aggression isn't enough, is what they say. So it's got to be ultra aggressive and attack everything.
Is it more challenging to be aggressive in attacking when you know you get saddled with foul trouble early in the game against Tulsa, and then pick up 5 fastest fouls I've ever seen handed out against Marquette back-to-back weeks?
You know, it definitely takes you out of your rhythm. Kind of gets a little bit in your head a little bit, but you know, I still just got to be aggressive. You know, I don't know why. You know, fouls kind of take you out of your rhythm and everything like that. You know, just kind of, I don't know. It's like the most negative thing to ever happen in a basketball game. You get a foul and you're just like, wow, it sucks. I don't think I fouled him, but it's kind of like that thing, gets you out of your rhythm, and it's just you know, it's part of the game, so you just got to battle through it. But you know, it does make it a lot more tough to be aggressive and stuff like that. Missing.
Anything else for Dean? Speaking of Barry, just because he was talking about it, has he been in the gym more than he has in the past? Because it seems like he's really big on getting in there more.
Yeah. You know, Barry lives in the gym. I mean, he's lived in the gym since he's been here. You know, I don't know if he's been in more than he has in the past. I don't know if that's possible. But, you know, he's definitely been here the same amount. I mean, he's in here every night, I think, shooting stuff. You know, he's in here late night, like 11, midnight, stuff like that. He's in here in the morning sometimes. I mean, he's in here whenever he can. And, you know, I think that's a credit to him. I mean, as hard as he works, you know, it's paying off. So.
Dean, before the year started, Weber was very confident in this team, saying that even with the number 12 ranking, that you guys should have been in the top 10 and that you weren't getting enough credit. And then now you just lost 2 tough road games, and now you just mentioned that you probably don't deserve to be ranked. Like, are you surprised and shocked at the transition that this team has had?
I won't say surprised. I mean, we just had 2 bad games in a row. You know, didn't play with urgency or anything like that. And, you know, we're still a great team. I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, we're a great team. We got some great pieces. when we put it together, we're gonna be a hard team to stop. And so, just say 2 rough weeks of a season. Hopefully we can bounce back, use this as motivation, and bounce back and be better than ever.
What kind of drills do you guys do in practice to work on shooting and offense and things like that, especially when you have 2 rough offensive games?
We do a lot of motion shooting, just open shots, stuff like that. Of course, always doing scrimmaging and stuff like that, trying to keep your conditioning up. I don't even know how many shooting drills we do. Everything we do has shooting in it, so it's a big part of what we do. It's I don't even know, honestly. Just a ton of them. I'm trying to think of all of them. We have like all the motion shooting things, which we do every day. We got, what do we call it, the Spurs drill. Has a little bit of shooting in there. We do, I don't know what they call it, the 4-corner drill or something like that. It's just, and we have a whole bunch of them. We just do different ones every day, and it's just, we're making shots in practice. Seems like.
Do you emphasize that more after you have 2 rough games offensively, or does it just kind of stay the same?
We came and watched film, and those 2 games, we were just watching our shot selection, and wasn't the greatest shot selections we could have, chosen. We could have attacked on a few more than we did, and instead of, settling for open 3 or contested 3s and stuff like that. So I think shooting's going to be the same in practice and stuff. We don't have to really do anything else. We just got to come in as players by ourselves and really get our form right, get back to our knocking down shots and stuff like that. Because we do a whole bunch of stuff in practice, but we still got to work on defense and stuff like that in practice. And so it's up to the players to come in and get back to what they were doing before the season, knocking down shots, stuff like that.
We've asked so much about you and the team, but you guys actually do play an opponent on Saturday. So what impresses you about Georgia State that you've seen on film?
They're really athletic. They run the same kind of zone Tulsa does, and they're just flying around. They're a long defensive team. They got a couple great players on offense, and so they're going to be a real tough team. I think they're picked to win their conference, and so it'll be a fun game. Hopefully we come out and play. I think they beat Georgia by like 30 or something like that, and it's they come out against big name teams and they play great. They're flying around on defense, and offensively they got a couple great players, and so it'll be a fun game.
Are they a team that you didn't know what conference they were from, and you say, well, that looks like a Power 5 team?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Watching them on film, they're a great team. Honestly, they really are. And especially when they play Georgia and stuff like that, they were a very, very hard team to beat by the looks of it in there. So it'll be a challenging game, but it'll be fun.
How important is it to be back in Grambling after the 2 first road games that were obviously tough losses?
It'll be nice just having fans, cheering for us. That'll be nice. But just being back to our own place, our own fans, it'll be more comfortable there, and hopefully we can come out and play like it. So.
I'm sure you've had plenty of other things to focus on, but did you watch any of the stuff with Chris Kleiman yesterday, or have any friends in that football program you've talked to about their thoughts or anything?
I've talked to a few football players. They're pretty excited about the change and stuff like that, and so they're looking pretty hopeful about it. So it'll be exciting. I don't really know much to say about it, but they're very excited over there. So.
Did his speech make you want to play football?
Huh?
I said, did his speech make you want to play football instead?
Oh, absolutely.
Would it be tight end?
You can put me anywhere.